You will play your part, whether you like it or not. So another day on this wonderful island that we call home, and another load of nonsense coming out of Labour, isn't it, out of the Labour government. And honestly, I've had enough. I don't know about you, but I've had enough of it. We've got the Home Secretary now, what's her name? Shabana Mahmood, about a mixed model of asylum accommodation and HMOs, large military bases, old student accommodation and dispersal housing. That's what she's coming out with now. And apparently this is about making sure no particular community bears the brunt. So they're spreading them out, you know. But hang on a little minute here. Why don't you listen to the British people? People aren't sitting at home thinking, oh, brilliant, I wonder which type of asylum accommodation that we're going to get this week. They're actually saying, we've had a bloody enough. That's what they're saying. And this constant language about communities having to share the burden, it winds me up. It really does wind me up. I don't know about you, but it winds me up, because here's the thing. Who decided that we have to? Who decided that we have to do this? When did the government decide ordinary communities should simply accept more hotels, more HMOs, more accommodation and more pressure on local services? Then you've got Shabana Mahmood talking about the impact on her own constituency. Makes me mad. She knows that there have been asylum hotels and dispersal accommodation there. She knows that. She says she understands how residents feel. Do you really, Shabana Mahmood? Well, if you understood how residents feel, do something about it then. Because saying, I understand your concerns, while continuing to do the same thing isn't exactly reassuring, is it? So they know what they're doing. And then we've got a whole issue of the government producing these guidance telling asylum seekers that they're expected to behave. Behave yourself now while you're in Britain that you've broken into. Behave yourself. I'm sorry. But what are we doing? What are we doing? We're a country. We have laws. If you break the law, there is consequences. Well, for some people, there's consequences, isn't it? You shouldn't need a bloody government book manual explaining basic things like respecting women, consent, not committing not committing sexual offences. I'm getting all my words wrong. And before somebody jumps in and says in the comments, I'm not saying every asylum seeker is a criminal. I'm not saying that, not at all. I'm saying the law applies to everybody, so enforce it. And here's another thing, I'll go on one today, that really is winding me up. They can stop the boats. They can stop the boats if they want to. They're a government. They're in control of our borders. They make the laws. They have the border force. They have the police. They have the courts. They have the resources of the state behind them. So please don't keep telling us that somehow it's inevitable. It isn't. I always think we're a sovereign nation, aren't we? We have the right to control our borders and decide who enters our country under what circumstances. Isn't that right? Am I wrong by saying that? I know that there's laws and there's international laws and obligations. I know that. I'm not pretending that there isn't. And I know that. But within those rules, governments make choices, don't they? It's them that make the choices. And if the government is making the choices, think about it. They choose how the asylum system operates. They choose it, don't they? They choose how accommodation is provided. They choose what happens when someone's claim is rejected. Yeah? And they also choose how to respond and react to these small boats. So stop telling ordinary people that nothing can be done. Something can be done. It can be done. The question is whether they actually have the political will. That's what it is. They can do it, but they don't want to, because while the boats keep coming in, we're talking about more hotels, we're talking about more military bases, we're talking about more accommodation, and now a bloody instruction manual telling people how to behave. At what point do we say enough is enough? And I don't care whether you're a Labour voter, a Conservative voter, a Reform, Liberal, or them pesky Greens. absolutely anything or anything else. If people are asking legitimate questions about immigration and housing and asylum accommodation, you need to start listening. Don't be trying to gaslight everyone. Don't tell them that they're heartless. Don't tell them that they're heartless, that they don't understand. Don't tell people that they need to share the burden, play your part. No, we didn't ask for this, because people are already carrying enough. We've had enough. They've got mortgages to pay, they've got rent, they've got bills, they've got council tax, NHS waiting lists are insane, aren't they? Housing shortages. And now what we're being told is, don't worry, we've got another plan. We've got another plan for asylum accommodation. Yeah. Well, forgive me if I'm not doing cartwheels around the room. And Andy Burnham, don't get me started on him. People keep telling us that the man in charge is going to change. He's going to change everything, isn't he? Now that he's in charge. Well, we're waiting, Andy, because if you really want to change things and start listening to people that are telling you they've had enough. We're not stupid. We can see exactly what's happening. And we can certainly see when politicians aren't listening to us and they're just carrying on and doing things that they've always done and they've done it before. That winds me up. Anyway, rant over. Or maybe not. Because I suspect things are going to get even worse, aren't they, before they get better. But what do you think? Tell me what you think. Are you sick of being told that we have to accept this and we have to play our part? Or do you think that we should be playing our part? Do you think that we should accept this and ask new questions? Let me know when you... I'm angry today after listening to it. So sorry about that rant, but let me know in your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Ciao.